In the chilling silence of the underworld, where the sun's light fears to tread, there lived a three-headed dog named Cerberus. He was the loyal hound of Hades, the god of the dead. Tasked with guarding the gates of the underworld and ensuring the souls of the departed never escaped. With each passing year, his legend grew, becoming a symbol of loyalty and bravery. But Cerberus was more than just a ferocious guard dog. He was a friend to those who entered the underworld, a guide to help them through their final journey. As the centuries passed, tales of his kindness and compassion became intertwined with his reputation as the fearsome hound of hell. And so it was that Cerberus, the three-headed dog, became known throughout the ages as the loyal hound of the underworld. A mythic paw print upon the gates of eternity. Fade to black, distant howl echoes in the darkness. It fades into the silence. Narrator. Mythic Paws. Legendary tales of animals and beyond. Even today, the legend of Cerberus lingers. In art, in literature, and whispers of the night, he remains the ultimate guardian, fearsome but steadfast. His story reminds us that loyalty can be found even in the darkest of places, and that sometimes monsters are not villains, but protectors. There's a chill in the air tonight, and I find myself drawn to the window, watching the leaves fall, each one a tiny flame, dancing in the breeze. It's a beautiful, haunting scene, and it makes me think of you. We've been through so much together, you and I. So much joy, so much pain. And through it all, you were my anchor, my rock. You gave me hope when I had none, and you made me believe in myself again. I never thought I could love someone like you. Someone who's so broken, so misunderstood. But you showed me that it's okay to be vulnerable, to let someone in, to trust. You taught me that love is not a weakness, but a strength. And now I understand what it means to have a heart of gold. The silence of the underworld is deafening. Even the wind seems to whisper secrets only the dead can hear. Here, in the realm of shadows, where sunlight dares not penetrate, there is only darkness and the echo of your own footsteps. Yet through all this, one thing remained unshaken: Cerberus' loyalty to his master. For Hades, the god of the dead, is a lonely one. And though he is often feared and misunderstood, Cerberus was more than just a guard dog. He was a companion. In a realm of shadows where few dared to tread, the hound's presence was a rare bond of trust and devotion. But now even that bond is being tested. For the sake of the story, let's just say that Cerberus has gone missing, and it's up to us to find him before it's too late. This is a tale as old as time itself, a story of love and loss, of death and rebirth. It is the story of Cerberus and Hades, the god who ruled the underworld. You ever wonder what it would be like to stare down the three-headed dog of hell? Some say only the pure of heart can enter the underworld and bring back the soul of their beloved. The great musician Orpheus, he slipped past Cerberus with his lyre, playing music so enchanting that the beast was lulled to sleep. Others say you need nothing but raw strength to defeat Cerberus. Like Heracles, the hero of legend, on his final labor, he wrestled Cerberus and dragged him into the world of men. But maybe those stories are just stories. Maybe Cerberus wasn't some mindless monster, but a creature of immense power and will. A being that could be moved by music or bound by strength, but never truly broken. The question is, which story do you believe? And more importantly, if you were to face Cerberus, what would you do? 33 Cerberus, the three-headed dog of the underworld. Deep chants and flickering torchlight visuals as background. At the gates of Hades, where rivers of fire and sorrow meet, Cerberus stood watch. No mortal entered alive, no soul escaped without his notice. His three heads symbolized vigilance, always watching the past, the present, and the future. For the dead, he was terror. For Hades, he was loyalty made flesh. Some say Cerberus was the son of Typhon and the father of all monsters. Some say he was a punishment for those who trespassed the gates of the underworld. But all the souls that passed through the gates knew one thing for sure. Cerberus would let out a deafening roar that shook the very foundations of hell. And those who survived the journey to the underworld never forgot the three-headed dog with eyes like burning coals that watched over the entrance to the realm of the dead. Background storm, chaos, booming drums. Narrator: Cerberus was born of Echidna, the half-woman, half-serpent, and Typhon, the monstrous storm giant. His siblings were no less terrifying: the Chimera, the Hydra, and the Sphinx. Yet among them, Cerberus was destined for a unique role, not to destroy, but to guard. From the moment of his birth, the gods knew he was meant to stand at the gates of the Underworld. As the god of the dead, Hades was pleased with this arrangement, for Cerberus's 3 heads symbolized the 3 parts of the soul he was tasked with guarding: the mind, the spirit, and the emotions. But as time passed, Cerberus grew bored of his post. He longed to roam free and explore the world. One day, a hero named Heracles came along. He was tasked by Eurystheus to retrieve Cerberus, who had been causing trouble in the mortal realm. The hero's journey to the Underworld was fraught with danger. He had to fight his way through hordes of monsters and mythical beasts, all while carrying the weight of the entire world on his shoulders. Will he succeed in his quest? Find out next time. Across the myths of ancient Greece lies a creature both feared and revered. A guardian with 3 heads, eyes like fire, and a roar that shook the very earth. This is no ordinary hound, but the loyal sentinel of the Underworld. Some say he was born of the monster Typhon, his howls echoing through the caverns of Tartarus. Others whisper that he is the spirit of the great hunter Orion, forever cursed to roam the night. With fur as dark as the eclipse and fangs that dripped with venom, Cerberus was the ultimate predator. Yet he was bound by oath to guard the gates of hell, to ensure the passage of souls to the afterlife. Those who entered the Underworld with offerings of gold and incense were safe from his snapping jaws and burning breath. But those who trespassed unawares, those who sought to steal or to cheat their way in, they became his prey. For Cerberus was not just a hound, he was a legend, a myth made flesh, the 3-headed dog of hell. And his story, like the myths of Greece, has echoed through time, reminding us of the power and terror of the unknown.